Hiya, folks. This is Rick Emmett of Triumph.
This is Mark Merrill, also known as Johnny B. Bad.
Hi, this is a best-selling author. I threw the best-selling in there. Best-selling author Dick Wybrow.
I'm Melanie from Second Shooter.
This is Jeff with Second Shooter.
Hey everybody, it's Brian Allen from Bridges Ablaze.
Hey, this is Sammy Lee, drummer of the band Red Rain.
Yo guys, it's Mark McKay.
Hey, this is Frank Fletcher.
Hola amigos, this is Billy Sheehan.
Hey guys, this is John Karabi.
What's up everybody, it's Logan from All the Pretty Things.
Hey guys, it's Leva Leone.
What's up guys, Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project.
My name's Reggie, and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
It's time once again for the Weekly Pour, the show that knows everything about absolutely nothing. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
Welcome. We are back. It is Tuesday night, Tuesday evening. I'm TBT. That guy over there. I went over there. That's Ace. What's on your shirt? Is that a spider?
Spider.
Nice. Welcome. This is the Weekly Pour podcast. This is episode 119.
Really?
Yeah, 119. You know, it's weird because it goes up every week.
It's so strange.
It is. It numbers. It's so weird. So yeah, it's episode 119. We are live on Facebook right now. We are live on YouTube. We've got chat room up in YouTube. So if you're on there watching us live, jump in there, say hi. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button, just like I did. So that way we know you're there. Helps the algorithms because you guys all know about algorithms, which we'll get into here in a minute. But yeah, we're here. Our normal peeps are already in the chat. Nat McFuck is in there. Gosh, I love that name. Pam is there. Pam, do not trip. You know what I'm talking about. Mama TBT, Mrs. TBT, the very first person in the room was Shannon.
That's wonderful.
Yes, much applause because she wasn't there last week. And there's been some issues.
I've been waiting. And finally someone mentioned your beer.
Oh, wait. What? See, I don't even have it up, and I'm looking here. My stuff's all screwed. My microphone's working this week.
Thank God.
Yeah, but my chat's not working too well. It is. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, it's because I didn't push the button. Look, yes. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's in. Good grief. Who else? Digital Viper's back.
Finally.
It's only been like what since last year.
It's been a long time.
It has. Yes, Kathy, thanks for noticing. Took the choppers. Snip, snip, snip. And, yeah. Got all nice and groomed. Looking pretty. But anyway, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us this week. Lots to talk about.
Did you donate that?
Yeah.
Did you take it and donate it?
I did.
Like, for locks of beards or love of beards or whatever they call it.
Locks of love.
Well, but that's for the top of your head, right?
Yeah. No, I donated what was on my chin. I donated it to like a foundation of witches. So they
there you go.
You know, do what it is they do. So yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for jumping in. It's fun. It's been a slow news week. Like, sort of. If we're just talking music news, there's been like one major story, which we'll get into here in a little bit.
You can tell we're in a winter lull. You really can.
We can tell we're in a winter lull, not just because of news, but literally because of views. Like just views on either watching this replay, you know, watching this on YouTube, which you know we pay attention to and see how many we get, or watching the replay on Facebook or whatever. I don't get a lot of the statistics for people that listen because, I mean, honestly, I really don't care. We do this, we have fun, we've got our listeners. If people want to listen to it, great. If they don't, well, that's their loss. But I noticed between this week and last week, just 7 days. You can tell it's wintertime, and either people don't have power, they're not driving anywhere to actually listen, or they're just not watching because they're too cold.
Well, I figured they were cold, so they would be inside and they could watch.
I know. Kathy, very well played. There are so many people appreciating the donation of his beard hair tonight since it's so cold. This is true. It is currently 3 degrees here where we're at in South Central Indiana.
Where Kathy is at currently, it's something like -17.
Oh my gosh.
No kidding.
Well, here's another one. Lil TBT, who currently resides in Destin, Florida, is sitting on about 2 to 3 inches of snow.
Isn't that crazy?
It's global warming.
I got a friend in Texas, in Dallas. He called me last week, and he has like 3 inches of snow in Dallas. My son sent me a picture of a church in New Orleans covered in snow. The streets covered in snow.
Ridiculous.
I mean, is this the first plague? By biblical standards, and then we'll get like leeches,
hellfire and brimstone.
I mean, not locusts, but like leeches.
I just like the fact that if you're watching it on the news, all the local news channels or whatever, and everybody's going, "Oh, we've got 3 to 4 inches. It's so much snow." I appreciate that. I'm just to leave it at that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Kathy wants to know if anyone remembers the movie The Day After Tomorrow with Dennis Quaid. Yeah, I feel like this right now. Or maybe it's not Dennis Quaid. I don't know. Dennis Quaid. Let's talk about Dennis Quaid.
Good actor.
Amazing actor. I just watched, what television show was I watching with him in it? I don't know what it was.
I need to look at what Dennis Quaid does.
It's Dennis Quaid and Billy Bob Thornton.
Is this recent?
Well, I watched it recently because, I've got a lot of time on my hands. But
is it a recent show?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's Landman.
Because that's what Billy Bob Thornton.
Right. But no, see, I'm going to have to look it up. Dennis Quaid and Billy Bob Thornton. Everything gets quiet as we look for this. Somebody's already spit it out, I'm sure, but Goliath. It's a 2016 drama.
Yes, that came out a few years ago. Yes.
Yeah, Goliath. Super good show. Super good. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. See, I said 20 years younger. She said 15.
You did.
I'll take
you
the
did
15.
Earlier before we got on the air. You said 20.
Yeah, I'll take 15.
But that Goliath show got a lot of acclaim. I know nothing about
really
it.
Good.
I know it got a lot of acclaim.
Yeah, really, really good. Funny thing is, Billy Bob Thornton plays an attorney, and he went to Indiana. So, there's a little bit of, hometown flair there. But very good. Dennis Quaid is in it. Dennis Quaid plays I could call him a bad guy, a villain, if you will. And super good. Super good.
But how many episodes did you watch?
All of them.
Oh, okay. Because you have time on your hands.
Yeah. There's a song about having a little bit of time on your hands.
Like too much.
Yeah. There's 32 episodes.
And you did it in one day?
I never said I did it in one day. It was 2. I don't know.
That's pretty impressive.
There's four seasons, I think. Maybe I haven't watched it all. I thought I did. Maybe I've only watched season 2. I'm looking right now at like who's in it. Like Lou Diamond Phillips is in season 2. I love Lou Diamond Phillips. And then season 3, I don't know. I can't even remember which one Dennis Quaid's in. Dwight Yoakam's in season 1.
Okay. Was he Sling Blade? Who was Sling Blade? Was that Dwight Yoakam?
No. Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
But
he was Sling Blade, yes.
But Dwight Yoakam was in it.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he was the dad.
Yeah, I love it when country stars foray into acting, like him and Tim McGraw and things like that. Tim McGraw's good in some of the stuff he's in.
Oh, absolutely. 1883, was that the last thing that he was in that we've seen with the whole Yellowstone thing?
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't even know. You knew? I mean, I knew he was in it. I knew that was him. But when you're watching the show, I mean, you don't even think that's who that is. Same with Faith Hill. You know, she's in it as well, and I was so absorbed into the characters, I didn't realize, like, you know, who these people were. They were their characters.
Yeah, I had no idea that Carl was Billy Bob Thornton. I had no clue.
Exactly. I mean, you knew.
Yeah.
But you were so absorbed in the character because the acting was so good and the story was so good.
This, with Tim McGraw being in 1883, that must be, because, you know, this is all old footage because it happened in 1883.
Right.
That must have where he got the lyrics for Indian Outlaw. Because his daughter, spoiler alert, falls in love with this Indian. They have a kid, half Cherokee and Choctaw. See, I've got it all figured out.
You know, and we didn't know that until the song,
right?
Because they didn't mention it in the show.
No, and why couldn't we have gotten the song now after he's been in 1883, and we could have been like, now we got it. Now we understand this whole concept. But I think he says he is half Cherokee and Choctaw, so maybe it's the kid.
Right, it's his.
He's singing the song from the perspective of the kid. See, I could do this. Yeah.
Right.
Big thing from this week before we get into our stuff and our news. I'm looking at everybody that's in this chat that's chatting, and I number one, I go straight to Natalie, our moderator. I'm glad that she's not depressed. I'm glad that she's here safe, and I'm glad that she survived TikTok apocalypse 2025.
Well, yeah,
and that she didn't succumb to the loss of that social media for 17 hours. I'm proud of her.
Well, and I think Kathy was the same. She was in bad shape with this blackout that we had. You know. Yeah, I almost died, she says.
See, there we go.
I get on there about once a week, and that's about it. Like, and the only reason I do is because the family sends me things, and I have to get on the app to look at what they've sent me.
I've sent you stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And weeks later, I'm like, oh, that was funny. It was a Christmas themed thing you sent me, but it was funny. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little late, but you know, still.
Yeah, yeah, but at least you don't bombard me with it like my daughter, where I get like 84 messages from her.
No.
Yes,
I have a friend. We have a mutual friend that she likes to just send them like there's no tomorrow. If she laughs, forward. If she giggles, forward. I woke up this morning to like 15.
You know, and I make an effort because it's my kids to get through these things because they thought enough to send it to dad. And maybe there's going to be one day where they don't think to send things to dad, you know? So I try to get through them, but 84, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
But I refuse to do it more than once a week.
Yeah, because it'll be like a fish hook and you'll get hooked and that's it. You'll be done.
Right. And I don't want to die when they ban it here in 90 days.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. But I mean, here's the thing. I went onto the app couple hours before it went dark. And it was immediate where some of the influencers or self-proclaimed influencer was like, you know what? since this is it, here you go. And yeah, there were some very how would you say, risque type TikToks being put out there.
Really?
15 hours later, it's back, and they're like, "Oh, yeah. So, how we doing?" And delete.
Oh, so they are gone now.
Well, I'm sure some of them are. I'm sure some of them haven't been caught by the TikTok police to be taken down. I had a conversation with our moderator probably 4 or 5 days ago, may have been last week, where I was telling her that these things happen on a normal basis. And she kind of, what do you mean? So I started sending her stuff as I found it. And sure enough, it's just, you get on some kind of algorithm, which, I mean, that's kind of telling for my part, I guess. But you get on this algorithm where certain things pop up, and it's almost nonstop. I will mention right now, imitation crab meat. And I'm going to jump on there later, and I'm going to end up with a stupid TikTok with imitation crab meat. And
or 10.
Right. Or Gordon Ramsay complaining that the crab tastes like imitation. It's raw.
It tastes like imitation.
It tastes. Is this in the microwave? I don't know. But I am glad. I'm glad Kathy made it through. I'm glad that Natalie made it through. Gosh, I just hope we don't have another repeat of this in 90 days. And if we do, what do we move to? What do people move to if you lose TikTok?
I guess there's an alternative. I can't remember the name, but the younger folk in the house told me about it, and they had already moved all of their videos over to this other platform.
And you don't remember what it was called? Was it like Red Star or something like that?
Red Note?
Red Note?
Yeah, Lemonade. That was it.
Okay. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that was getting shut down too.
Why? Do the Chinese own it too?
I believe they do.
What do they not own?
My dogs.
Lemonade is owned by TikTok, so it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like Instagram and Facebook. Facebook has their thing, and then they own Instagram.
Yeah, which then spawned Threads, which is the same thing as Instagram, it seems. I don't understand the purpose of Threads.
Well, yeah, me neither.
Except
Facebook has Reels. They're not as good.
They're not as good. They're okay.
Yeah, I'm going to join Kathy's new platform that is called Bananas. And the only reason is because I know how to spell it. Bananas.
Bananas.
Yeah,
that. But,
as long as we get paid to be on that, Kathy, all of us, number one influencers.
Well, and she's wanting to be an influencer. Kathy is, and wanting to know what to influence. It's not what you influence; it's how you influence, and what products they give you to influence. So you just basically start talking about how much you love the new face cream you bought, and then eventually people just send you stuff.
Right. Or talk about how you started cooking your soup with beef stock, and you reached up in the cabinet and you pulled out beef tallow and was going to fry something with it, but instead you decided to put it on your face, and it's the softest it's ever been.
Exactly. There you go.
And then boom, there you go. You're getting beef tallow, beef stock, and makeup wipes.
And views.
And views. Yeah. See, we're doing this podcast, the whole thing. We're doing this all wrong.
Oh,
we need to just be
are
doing
terrible.
this once every day for 30 seconds. In today's news, done. And then come back tomorrow and do it again.
You're not wrong. If we did at the end of this, when we go dark, you and I come back and record some sort of short news break, that would be better as far as getting some looks at our social media. That would be real good, actually. That's a good idea.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going to do. When we're done today, we're going to do that. And then we're going to upload it to TikTok. Do we do have a TikTok for the show?
Yes.
I don't remember how to get to it. Only because, oh, wait.
Because we are horrible at engaging in our social media.
It's because we've been so busy with life. And now that I don't have a life, or I'm then I guess it's okay. Look, I'm logged in.
I was hoping that Natalie would just take over the social media for us.
Yeah, well, that you see what happens there.
Hoping.
Yeah. I'm in. See, look. I'm in. We've got stuff on there. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Good job, Ace. Just came up with the best thing to do. It's kind of like going live on Instagram. It does not work. Even with this program, I could go live on Instagram right now for us, but it wouldn't be us. It's so you got horizontal and you have vertical. This show is recorded horizontally.
Right.
Instagram likes to do it up and down. It doesn't work. I prefer side to side. This program that we use, side to side. So yeah, that's why we're not doing the gram.
Right, because we tried that and it didn't work out real well. And we did it with an interview.
Yeah.
And that we had and it just didn't work out.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing too. We're one of very few people or podcasts that actually do a live broadcast. Because usually everybody else is just sitting around, they talk, they record it, and then they upload it. We have the best of both worlds. Not only do you get to see our badass looking 20-year younger faces, but you can listen to us when you're driving to work.
Right.
Or to the grocery store to pick up your bananas. BANANAS.
When you're door dashing.
When you're door dashing, or you're going to pick up some lemonade. It's just dead silence, though. Better start posting. Yeah, we will, Natalie. You're not helping. Gosh. It's irritating sometimes.
What else we got?
Congratulations to TikTok. Yeah, we made it through that. One of the other things before we jump into our all of our normal news, whether you're political or not, we had the brand new president inaugurated on Monday.
You suddenly sound drunk.
What a show. I'm trying to think of what to say to stay non-political. One of the probably the second best highlight for me was Carrie Underwood.
Well, yeah, and it was really fascinating what went down because it didn't go as planned.
No,
not at all. You know, she was supposed to sing to a music track, sing "America the Beautiful," which has become a staple now over the last 25 years. It's almost synonymous with ball games and as much as the national anthem is. And she was supposed to have some sort of musical accompaniment, which would be in the form of a tape.
A backing
And then
track, if you will.
Right, a backing track, and then she has a choir that's singing with her, supposed to. But I guess when the time came, there was a lot of awkward silence and a lot of standing around and people wondering what's going on. And
dude, I flipped channels because I thought it froze. I was like, what is going on here?
But then, here to her credit, to Carrie Underwood's credit, being a true pro, took charge and sang that song a cappella because she's that good and did not need she did it. And instead of just walking off the stage like some bands might when their laptops crash or, that sort of thing. The backing tracks don't show up on the truck. That's happened where shows have been canceled because the tracks didn't show up. Not Carrie. She just sings it a cappella because she's that good.
There's a video of her. Somebody from, I guess, the choir comes up to her and says something. And she's like, I'll just sing it. And the next thing you know, she's like, all right, y'all, if you know the words, help me out. I mean, she didn't sound like that. She sounds much better than me.
But, she's got all these years of experience on tour, and all the records under her belt, recordings.
Yeah.
This is nothing. I mean, it's a big moment. It's a national spotlight on TV, but she ain't scared.
No.
She
slammed it. I say this was my second favorite thing of the inauguration, because the first favorite thing, and you're going to have to go on to TikTok for this, you need to find little things of George Bush.
What do you mean?
They're standing up and there's a crowd, or the crowd's standing up, and they focus on him, and he's got a straight face, and it looks like he's a fifth grader in a choir, because he just all of a sudden just starts smiling.
Yes. I saw
and it's
that.
like, he's such a kid. It was goofy. Natalie actually just sent me one a little bit ago asking me if I've seen it. I'm going to explain to you what I was doing with this microphone in a minute.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were curious.
And he did a lot of winking. I don't know if you noticed that, but he did a lot of winking.
Yeah. Was it involuntary winking?
No, I think it was intentional, but
I just want to know who he was winking to.
Who knows?
No, I don't, because that takes away the whole mystique of him standing up there looking like a freaking fifth grader.
Yeah. Well, it's like I want to know what Barack Obama leaned over and said to him that made him laugh.
Oh, that's already been, we've already figured that out.
Oh, okay. So there is no mystery there.
No, he leaned into him, and he's something to the effect of, how do we stop this from happening? Yeah, exactly.
That's actually kind of funny, though.
It is. The rest of it was good. From the inauguration to the arena with Pam already mentioned Kid Rock. Kid Rock was performing. Billy Ray Cyrus performed.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm going to have to look for it, because I'm not hearing very good things about it. Like, to the point where they had to take the microphone and try to get him to go without him leaving on his own. I don't know if it's true. Just what I've heard. Just a rumor. Just a rumor.
So the anti-Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. If that's the way you want to put it.
Huh.
And happy for Elon Musk, who will soon be shipped to Mars. Since we're going there. I'm probably not.
How can he do Doge from there?
I don't know. Because he's got Vivek Ramaswamy to help him. It's one of the most coolest names ever.
Once you learn how to say it, it is pretty cool.
Yeah. He can be a character off of Aladdin. He could be a pro wrestler.
Or an NFL player.
An NFL player. A member of Key and Peele. Or a rock star. Vivek Ramaswamy. It works.
I said you had to learn how to say it first.
Well, right, but you can say it so many different ways that it works. Like, oh man, I was out splitting wood yesterday and I pulled my Vivek Ramaswamy. So see, now it's a medical condition. So you never know.
It sounds like.
Oh, are you okay? How's your Vivek Ramaswamy? It's kind of like the F word. You can use it for everything. I'm going to start doing it. That's my new thing, my Vivek Ramaswamy.
I'll look for it.
Please do. Please do. There's going to be the post right after the show on social media. We're going to talk about our Vivek Ramaswamys.
You'll have a diagram of you bending over, someone bending over, holding their back.
Oh, I blew out my Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Somebody else is going to pick up on this and they're going to run with it, and I'm going to be very pissed. But whatever. So let's get to some serious news, but not too serious. We love concerts. Everybody loves concert. Remember FireAid?
Yes.
Remember Live Aid?
Yes.
Remember USA for Africa?
Yes.
Remember, that may have been all of them, I remember. Well, now we're going to have FireAid.
I saw that.
Yeah. FireAid is a Los Angeles benefit concert, obviously for the fires. We talked a little bit about the whole fire stuff last week on last week's episode that nobody watched. Basically, a musical event has been set up to aid the relief efforts following the deadly Los Angeles fires, and so many of your favorite performers are getting involved. The FireAid benefit concert is set to take place on January 30th at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So that's what, 9 or 10 Eastern. From two locations. One of them is the Intuit Dome. And where's that at? Inglewood? That's where the Clippers play, I think.
Okay.
And then the Kia Forum.
The Forum.
Is the other place.
In L.A.
Right. The lineup, Flood Aid. Oh, Pam, she corrected me. I forgot about Flood Aid.
There's been a bunch of concerts. There's always a benefit.
So FireAid, two locations. The lineup is intense. Definitely, I'm getting USA for Africa vibes.
It's a little different. It's a little eclectic.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I don't know all of these people, but it's a little different.
It is. The Intuit Dome is going to have Tate McRae, Sting, not from WCW, Stevie Wonder, Rod Stewart, Peso Pluma, with the blown Vivek Ramaswamy, Olivia Rodrigo, Lil Baby, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Jelly Roll, Gracie Abrams, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Billie Eilish. What? I mean, that's a huge, that's a lot of superstars, but at the same time, like you just said, it's very eclectic.
Well, yeah, at the back end of that, you got Rod Stewart, Stevie Wonder, and Sting. And I didn't know Stevie Wonder did anything anymore. And I didn't know Rod Stewart was still doing a lot other than his Great American Songbook.
Right.
But yeah, they come out for this. And then Earth, Wind, and Fire. Who called them? I'm not complaining.
Why would you have any? That's as bad as having Firehouse at a fire, benefit concert. You don't have Earth, Wind, and Fire. People are pissed. Yeah,
it's the last thing we need.
Yeah,
but no. But seriously though, who called them? Because who put this lineup together? It's so interesting to me.
Well, now you flip over to the Kia, to the Forum. Right. All of this lineup. Here's where it gets even crazier. Alanis Morissette. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one. Anderson Paak. Because, two A's make it say Aak. So Anderson Paak. Dave Matthews and John Mayer. Dawes. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Graham Nash. Green Day. John Fogerty. Joni Mitchell. Pink. I'm sold right there. I'm on my way to LA. No Doubt. Don't speak. Steven Stills. Stevie Nicks. The Black Crowes. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers. There we go once again. On the forum, you've got Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not a good thing to have with fire. And at the Intuit Dome, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
So
well, where's Billy Joel so that he can sing "We Didn't Start the Fire"?
Right. Are Steven Stills and Graham Nash going to be on the same stage?
I don't know.
That would be neat.
I think they are, but are they going to share the stage?
Right. Yeah. Share the stage. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Good question.
And did I miss No Doubt reforming?
No Doubt.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. Now, some of these people are currently like on tour, or getting ready to. I think Alanis Morissette has been out or will be.
Yeah, she was just out touring last year because
right.
Mrs. TBT went to that.
That was it. Pink, had a big tour. The Black Crowes are busy. Stevie Nicks has been busy. So those people are out and about. But, some of these people, I'm like, man, where have they been forever?
Yeah. So the performances will take place, as I already mentioned, on January 30th at both of those two venues. The show is expected to start at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Again, do your math and figure that out. There's a different lineup for each stage that we just went through. And if you can't make it to LA, viewers everywhere will be able to watch, stream, and make contributions to FireAid on several platforms, including Apple Music, Apple TV, Max, which is, Cinemax, but it's the app, Max, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Prime Video, YouTube, and a lot more. The concert will also be broadcast on iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, SoundCloud, Veeps, and also, I guess, at some AMC theaters. Everybody's saying, okay, with this lineup, tickets have got to be stupid expensive, which it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to have expensive ass tickets when you're trying to do a benefit.
It has to be accessible.
Right. The cool thing is, number one, proceeds raised by the FireAid benefit concert will help those affected by the fire, obviously. Direct donations will be distributed through the Annenberg Foundation for both short-term relief efforts and long-term initiatives. What I found right before we went on the air, and I think I sent this to you, was that these tickets are going to be $99,
right?
Or starting at $99, and I don't know where it's at. I'm going to see if I could find this again. The fees and service fees and all that stuff have been waived, and
yeah,
like the Clippers are putting in. So tickets for both concerts are going to be available starting tomorrow at noon Pacific time via Ticketmaster. According to a press release, 100%, all of it, of the ticket purchases will benefit the relief efforts, with all venue and ticketing service fees waived. Tickets will only be valid for one of the two shows. And I read somewhere, I thought that the Clippers, the Los Angeles Clippers NBA basketball team, were paying all of the associated fees for the venue, something like that. So you're talking $1 million potentially,
right, to make that happen, which that's very, and in some ways, $99 sounds like a lot, but then also you have, my gosh, how many acts are you seeing if you want to see them?
Well, that's the thing. Look at who all you're seeing.
And who knows how long they're playing. I don't know. It doesn't say specifically how long each person gets to be on the stage, but I mean, especially the one in the first one you read at the Intuit Dome. I mean, that's you got Billie Eilish. That's if you're a fan, that's a big star. That's a big star right now, and Olivia Rodrigo.
Right. Lady Gaga. I mean, she's always good.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
I thought
and then the du jour Jelly Roll.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm going to see if I can find this because I want to give credit where credit's due, especially if it's for the Clippers. Because I thought I saw that, but I can't find it now. So I guess it really doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, big show. Remember, it's the 30th of January. You'll be able to. You're just going to start hearing about it all over the place. We'll probably mention it a couple times before it gets here. Huge lineup. Not many rock acts. I mean, unless you consider Green Day or Red Hot Chili Peppers to be, rock.
Black Crowes.
Black Crowes. Do like the Black Crowes. That'd be pretty good. But yeah, pretty cool. One person that people got freaked out over last week, saying that they're never going to be able to see him tour again, based off of an interview, was Sammy Hagar.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this, but Sammy Hagar says, I'm not going to tour anymore. Or something close to that.
That was a misleading comment.
Right.
Yeah. It's a misleading comment because he says he's not going to tour anymore. And then immediately people are like, assuming he's not going to perform again. But those are two different things. He's doing a residency where he's going to be in one place coming up in Vegas.
Yeah.
However many days that's going to be. And then he clarifies this later, saying that, he's not opposed to doing one-offs, spot shows. He's done that before, where he took breaks in touring, but he would pop up at the Cabo and do a show, or one of his venues in Vegas and do a show. And to sit there and worry about a guy who's 77 years old if he's ever going to tour again, we got lucky that he did this last tour with the 5150 stuff. That was fantastic, and I wondered if he would keep going because it sounded so good. Would you extend that? And they did. They did a little bit. They did the Japan tour, and then that was it. I thought he would go one more summer and do that again, but apparently not. Go ahead.
And he says himself, let's see how this residency goes. He says himself, I'm a performer. I like to perform, and it takes a lot out of you. So that's all he's saying. Hopefully the residency will be the answer to be able to continue on for many years, because if not, touring is getting tough, and I'll be doing less and less. He's 77, people.
Right.
Eventually, he's not going to be able to do it. It's inevitable.
And we've said this with older rock stars anyway, that, if it's Steven Tyler or Brian Johnson of AC/DC, if they need 2 days off, to recoup and maintain that vocal standard that we want, that's worth it. And maybe savings to that point where, gosh, these back-to-back days on a tour to do it right is a little hard.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for saying I don't want to take a big tour or tour. Yeah, he keeps telling his manager, he says in this article from Blabbermouth, don't take any tours. Let me do the residency. And if I like it, I'll do another one. Yeah. And if I like that one, I'll do another one. But he can squeeze, as he says, a few more years out of his career just by doing residencies. And if you're in Vegas, you see Sammy Hagar.
Garage Mahal is available He could do a residency at the Garage Mahal.
Right. 4 days.
4
Thursday,
days.
Friday, Sunday.
Acoustic shows.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I don't need all that loudness around here. My neighbors will get mad. It's got to go acoustic.
And another thing.
My Vivek Ramaswamy's a little dry.
Another thing, it doesn't mean he won't ever make music again. It's not like he's not going to record again. I believe that's going to happen very soon anyway.
Yeah, selling point right there, Natalie. Thanks. I mean, it does have a bathroom.
Oh, whoa. Did you see what Kathy said?
Yeah, but whatever.
Well, am I supposed to know that? That sounds like a surprise.
I hope not. We did get information. Was this yesterday or I think it was this morning? 2 powerful acts are going out on tour together for 2025, starting April 30th in Phoenix, Arizona, running through a bunch of different places the month of May, including the Ruoff Music Center on August 30th in Noblesville, which is our neck of the woods. We get 2 powerhouses for It's a Nice Day to tour again. Billy Idol with special guest Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. What kind of lineup is that?
I think I like how that fits.
Right.
I like how that fits.
Yeah, I mean that in such a positive way. That is.
Yeah. And speaking of people that and touring, like Joan Jett can't stop. She can't stop touring.
No.
I think
How
Billy
old
Idol
is
has
she?
been back up, but shoot.
I'm looking.
I think she's in her.
You know what? She's got 11 more years and she can catch up and be with Sammy. She's 66.
Yeah, late 60s, mid 60s, however you want to view that.
Yeah. Yeah. Billy Idol, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Artist pre-sale begins tomorrow, Wednesday, January 22nd at 9 a.m. local. Thursday, local pre-sales begin Thursday, January 23rd. And the general on sale begins Friday, January 24th at 9 a.m. local. Additional info and tickets will be available at billyidol.net/tour. And $5 from every ticket. Here's a good thing. $5 from every ticket sold to the Los Angeles show at the Forum will be donated to the American Red Cross to support the Southern California wildfire relief. On top of that, Billy Idol will also personally match the donation. Think about
Which is super nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
do this.
bet.
If you 17,505 people can fit into the Kia Forum. So 17,505 people times $5 each, right?
Okay, yeah.
$87,525 times 2, because Billy Idol's going to match. That'll be $175 and $50. $175,050.
Yeah, and that's nothing to sneeze at.
No. Well, not for Billy Idol.
Because
all he wants is more. Or
Moni.
Yeah.
I like I right now, I'm in this, since I spent a lot of money on concerts last year, I said, if I go to shows this year, it's going to be reasonable pricing for me.
Right.
And I bet this show would be incredibly reasonably priced. I bet it would be a great show and it wouldn't break you financially.
I agree. I am very, very interested to see who his band is going to be. If it's going to be Steve Stevens, I'm in.
He's mentioned in here.
Well, yeah, he just, they've been doing clips. short videos featuring his iconic catalog. It's also got Matt Rife in it with Idol and Steve Stevens. But if he's there, I love Steve Stevens.
Well, and that's the guy, that's the collaborator and the guitar player that's been with him forever. It's like if you go see the Cult, you want to see Ian with Billy Duffy,
right?
You want to see them together because that's what that band is. I think Steve Stevens is as synonymous with the music as Billy Idol is,
without a doubt.
I think he is.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Take a look. Check out your local places. When did I say that was going to be here in our neck of the woods? August 30th in Noblesville.
Why is everything in August around here?
Because it's the hottest time of the freaking year. August 30th. That's a Saturday night.
Shannon just bought Chris Stapleton tickets for myself and my son.
What tickets?
Yeah, Chris Stapleton tickets. I love Chris Stapleton. You know that.
Who is she?
As a fantastic country singer, and a male.
Okay.
And the show's in August. And it seemed like last year, everything I went to was in August.
Yeah.
It's so strange. But, the venue's open all summer.
Yeah. Right. What else they got to do? That's one thing I haven't done is I haven't pulled up like their schedule. And I've not seen a whole bunch of stuff listed or stuff come out for us to know about. Avril Lavigne, she's going to be there in June, which is not August. Keith Urban and Thomas Rhett, I guess those are both country acts. They'll be there in August. Or I'm sorry, June. Chris Stapleton.
2 shows.
Two shows, Friday and Saturday. Is he worth 2 shows?
Oh, definitely. Tickets sold out within minutes.
Shut the front door.
You can't buy lawn seats on that first show for less than $235.
Well, if I bring my own lawnmower.
So, the pre-sale was today for the second show, and we got a much better price.
Jason Aldean, he'll be there in August. Rod Stewart will be there in August. Nelly.
I guess Rod Stewart's doing stuff.
Yeah, apparently touring. Styx is going to be there in August with Don Felder.
It'd be a good show. Be a real good show.
And then, of course, Saturday, August 30th, Billy Idol. There's nothing listed after Billy Idol. Like, it's like at the end of August, that's it. No more shows. That's it. Stop. My curiosity is with Brown County. Brown County Music Center. Because, they do stuff away from August. Howard Jones, February 21st.
Who's still around?
Yeah. Diamond Rio, country act, I guess. Moody Blues. Aaron Lewis is back. March 6th.
Very popular.
Yeah. I haven't heard this name in a long time. The Kentucky Headhunters.
Oh, wow. I haven't either.
Yeah. I think they had a song, what was it called? Feed Jake?
Was that them?
I think it was. Oh, sure it was. I'm going to look now. I'm going to look. I got to look. Feed Jake. Oh, no, that was Pirates of the Mississippi. I thought it was the Kentucky Headhunters. I would go just to hear that song.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite country songs ever.
He's a good dog.
Yeah. If I die before I wake, feed Jake. I mean, gosh, powerful.
It is powerful.
March 21st. When is March 21st? Don't tell me it's in March. I know that. March 21st, which is a Friday night. Great White and Slaughter. That could be good.
Yeah.
ZZ Top. Blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch. Engelbert Humperdinck. I want to go just to get a T-shirt that says Engelbert Humperdinck right next to my Vivek Ramaswamy. April 13th at the Brown County Music Center, Brown County, Indiana. Engelbert Humperdinck. It's so fun to say. Try it.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Isn't that great?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, I pulled it. The Gatlin Brothers, April 18th. Jay Leno is bringing his stand-up comedy April 24th.
Really?
Yeah. And then a month later, you can go see Gene Simmons' band, May 20th. Was he not just here?
Oh, no. We talked about it because the show had been in.
That's the problem. And then right before August, you can go see Travis Tritt.
Kathy's going to go through her stash of records to get you an Engelbert Humperdinck record for your wall to put right behind you or right by your paddle.
I'll totally put it up there. She better find, I want a duet. Engelbert Humperdinck and Vivek Ramaswamy.
We can find a photo.
I'm going to make one. That's what I'm going to do. Gosh, I guess we shouldn't do this, but I guess we're going to end tonight's show on not so happy news, kind of a shocker to the rock world.
Right.
This was yesterday when a statement was posted on social media. Look, I'm literally trying to grab my facial hair, and it's not there. Anyway, earlier yesterday, the following statement was posted on social media for legendary Thin Lizzy and Whitesnake guitarist John CXIX. This post read, "It is with great sorrow we share that John CXIX has passed away after a hard-fought battle with cancer. He will be remembered by many as a man with exceptional musical talent, but for those who didn't know him personally, he was a thoughtful, kind, and charismatic man whose presence lit up the room. He certainly marched to the beat of his own drum and always pulled for the underdog. In his final days, he spoke of his sincere love and gratitude for his fans who stuck by him through all these years." It continues, while the impact of this loss is profound and the mood somber, we hope the light of his memory will extinguish the shadow of his absence. Not expected. I got a couple texts. I got one earlier today from a common friend that you and I have, says, "Holy crap, did you hear about John CXIX?" I was like, yeah, as a matter of fact, we're going to talk about it tonight. Shocking.
Well, he hadn't told anyone that he had this diagnosis. From everything I've heard and read, he went kind of dark as far as contact with people, and just shut himself off because he was dealing with this cancer diagnosis, and people hadn't heard from him a very long time. Then he passes, and we're not even sure if yesterday's when he passed or when the press release came out saying he passed. We don't know if it was a week ago. Who was it that happened to recently? Was it where it actually had been like a month?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. But they waited like a month to announce it, so we don't know exactly when his passing happened. But this is someone that had immense talent. Not only was he a big part of Whitesnake, writing a lot of the Satan Center record with David Coverdale, writing most of the 1987 classic Whitesnake record that we all know with "Here I Go Again" and all that.
Is
he wrote
this
everything
love?
but two songs, on that record, and he never really quite recovered as far as his trust in the music business from the breakup he had with Coverdale and Whitesnake. He always had a distrust of the business and people in the business, so it was hard to get him to get out and do things. That's why you didn't hear about him for so long. He was around. He just wasn't active.
He just wasn't around.
Yeah, there were lots of attempts too. People trying to get him out to do things and put bands together. And one instance, go ahead.
Well, this may be what you're getting ready to talk about, but 2012, there was a planned collaboration between him, Mike Portnoy, and Billy Sheehan.
Yes, right.
Holy crap!
Right. That was going to be called Bad Apples. Yes, and CXIX drops out. Richie Cotton slides in, and we have Winery Dogs.
Right.
Which was a totally different thing, because you know they're going to play a whole different style than what CXIX was working on.
Exactly.
You know? And just the thought that could have happened. But he drops out because he wasn't vibing with Portnoy, and he wasn't vibing with Sheehan, or however that worked. The dynamic wasn't there. But a lot of that was just the fact that he wanted to work at his own pace, and Portnoy's a go-getter. We got to work, we got to work, we got to work. So that didn't work out. And then it was like that with so many other projects with him. He'd get started and then he would stop. I think he had a whole record sitting on the shelf that's been done for 14 years called
and we'll get it in another 15.
Right. If someone wants to leak it to us, I think we got a bits and pieces here and there, but
yeah,
not much. So too bad. Well, I think even Coverdale had made overtures to get back together with him because he wanted to do the original 87 lineup and do a tour, a proper tour with that band. And that bitterness and that distrust that CXIX had just didn't play well for that. He just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
This is too bad, because that would have been great.
Oh, it would have been. And we wouldn't be talking what if. It'd be more like, do you remember this? Do you remember that? But unfortunately,
right. And he was, the Blue Murder records. He's so good. He sings on those records. And he's such a good singer and a good guitar player, and just amazingly talented. So it's sad to see him go before we got to see more out of him.
Yeah. 66 years old. At least that's what's being reported. He was 66 when he passed. One of the things I'm looking at does not give a date. Just January of 2025.
Right,
so
right. We don't know.
We don't know when. Yeah, we don't know when this actually happened. The 20th of January, which was yesterday, it was announced, but we don't know anything more than that, other than, the fact that he will be missed. Listen to Whitesnake. I mean, he's been on so many different albums between Blue Murder, Thin Lizzy, Tigers of Pantang.
Yes.
Now we're going back. And he's got 5, I think, solo albums. Check him out.
Yes.
It's John CXIX, amazing guitar player. He's going to be hugely missed in the world, in the world of rock. He was also on Def Leppard's album Adrenalize with doing some backing vocals. So it's not just his guitar work; it's a little bit of everything else.
Check out Bad Boy Live. Yeah, Bad Boys Live. That was a live collaboration he did with a few other buddies where they cover Whitesnake, Blue Murder, Thin Lizzy. They do all that. So, and it's really, really good. So, rip John CXIX.
Yes. Rest in peace. Thanks for the music that you provided. And on that note, that brings this show to an end. Because right now, my Engelbert Humperdinck is a little dry. And I've pulled my Vivek Ramaswamy. Join us next week. We may even have a special guest.
We hope. It's in the works.
Yep, it's in the works. We're looking to see what we can do. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining. Everybody in the chat, thanks. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. If you guys are listening to us on the road or whatever, drop us a line. It's the Weekly Pour Podcast at gmail.com. It's always there. Leave comments, thumbs ups. Don't do thumbs downs because we'll come after you. And don't think I won't hit you right in your Vivek Ramaswamy.